Come on.
We decided to drive thousands of miles to climb a pitch called Blood on the Crack.
Oh, dear. I guess we're getting what we asked
And
for.
here we are. Blood on the Crack.
Blood on the crack.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh, boy. You know, I've approached this trip a little differently than trips in the past, because climbing is my job. I didn't really tell anybody. I didn't ask for anything from anyone. Came out and made it as much of like a pleasure trip, just so I could go climbing.
So before this trip, I knew very little about Kevin. I knew that he'd climbed the Dawn Wall. I was just worried about being able to keep up. Basically, we met through Instagram.
I posted a picture of this route, and he commented, he's like, oh, I was gonna go up there this season too. Like, we should team up. I was like, yeah. We're here to try the Tom Egan Memorial Route. The free climb was put up in 2015 by Will Stanhope and Matt Siegel.
I think it took them 4 years.
And no one's ever done it since. What makes this route famous is its head wall. Split, like lightning struck it with a perfect finger crack.
It's outrageous. It's so splitter, and it's so blank everywhere else around it. It's got to be one of the best cracks in the world.
The hardest part is just how painful the climbing is. So this wasn't a thing where I woke up and I'm like, I want to go climbing in the Alpine. It was, this line is what I want to do. And whatever the environment that it's in, I'll adapt.
Oh, you got the ski poles and everything, dude. Oh, shit. This is dicey.
No, you totally got it.
When you're ready, Kevin. What do you mean, got it? I'm just gonna, like, somersault down the hill.
You totally got it.
Whenever you're ready. 1, 2, 3.
When we first arrived, our task was just get the rope up the wall so we could check out all of the hard climbing up there.
It might be the best idea I've ever had.
Just full commitment. Pitch one.
Which one? Rock climbing. In the Bugaboos. There's snow on the ground and shit.
Freeing hard big wall routes is a lot of times early on more work than climbing. And then as you get further along into the process, it obviously becomes more climbing than work.
Trying to find all the holds. Sorry, dude. This hold is really bad.
And then from there, it's just kind of like top rope hero, kind of working out moves.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
You get to the point where you know every single hand and foot move for the entire pitch, and it's kind of like a dance sequence.
Cramp and then go.
Okay.
Right hand.
Where we are now is we're ready to start giving lead burns. We're gonna climb so hard this afternoon?
Yeah, we should go right now. I'm feeling good.
We could play a charades game, and I could like pantomime a certain sequence, and you can
I know,
guess
tell you
like
where it is.
what
That's
the gear
such a good
is.
idea. Okay, go on. Is it purple? It's
No.
a purple Camelot, dude.
No, it's the yellow X4, post crux. This was the crimp.
Oh, I thought this was the lower crimp. The only sequence that there's two
no,
of.
let me think. That's true, but you don't play. You place with a right hand at that sequence, not a left.
Okay.
Pre-crux, jug with the left hand.
So what's the piece of gear?
The piece of gear is a yellow X4.
Nice work.
Ah,
This is so nerdy.
it's pretty bad. It was a bit of a blind date. Climbing's cool like that. I mean, people are meeting partners in the camp here the same way. Just being like, yeah, let's go climbing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was a bit of a gamble, really. It definitely could have gone badly wrong. But as it turns out, I think we kind of bounce off each other.
It's rare to find a partner that wants to suffer on the same objective as you.
Oh, dude. I know. It's not coming.
We have the same wounds. It's pretty cute. We have these ones.
You must be trying harder.
Yeah, and then you have that one.
Yeah.
Is that the mono one that we take as well?
Yeah. Poke the crack in the eye.
And then twist.
My hands are throbbing right now. I don't want to put them in the crack again, but at the same time, like, I want to do this route.
We're like 8 days into our Bugaboos trip.
Okay, now.
So far, we've made it halfway up one route. And there's no sign of us making it much further.
Pretty much everyone else in the Bugaboos is sending harder than us.
Yeah. Everyone else has sent at least one climb in the past week.
Yeah.
Everyone in this campsite, I guarantee you. Except for us. Tape and super glue. Over the past few years, I've made a lot of effort to climb with people that are better than me. So this trip was a really, really sweet opportunity to climb with Kevin, because he's obviously one of the best big wall free climbers in the world. The best way to improve is to get on stuff that you can't do or stuff that's too hard. It's so fun being like right on the edge of falling off. A lot of that climb, you just have your very, very tips of your fingers in the crack. You know, it's like putting them in a car door and just like, slamming them on there. I love that stuff.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on.
I think in life, if you don't ask people things, then they don't happen. It's the same with like asking for jobs and stuff.
Oh, that was so fun.
I'm definitely really, really keen to come back and have a go at it next year.
Awesome. You can
We got to make some gear notes here.
Okay.
On a route like this, you really, really do have to get nerdy with it.
What makes climbing pitches like this hard is that there's one way to do it. And if you make any mistake, you fall. Lines like this are super rare. All it would take is one hold not being there, or one little opening in the crack not being there, and this would still be an 8 climb. It would be forever. So I appreciate that quality in a climb when it's right on that line of possible and impossible. I want to do this route. I already want to come back. I don't want to leave. The objective brought me to this environment, and now that I've spent a couple weeks here, I realize how special it is. These are the pitches that you dream about, that you come to the Bugaboos for. Like, this crack shouldn't exist. The difficulty doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same human experience, no matter what objective you're picking. You could be asking anyone in this camp these questions, you'd probably get something similar.